Hey guys, so let me read this to you before I get started. The Reproduction Freedom Act will allow anyone of any age, regardless of their residency, to receive an abortion at the expense of New Jersey taxpayers. New Jersey taxpayers will be paying for the abortions for women victimized by human traffickers. According to the bill, this is the summary of the bill, the legislation S3030/A4848 specifies that a fertilized egg, embryo, or fetus, an unborn child, may not be understood to have independent rights under any of the laws of this state. So basically, the Democrats in New Jersey are pushing this legislation that will allow a woman or a child, there's no age limit here, a girl at any age can have an abortion for any reason all the way through the 9th month, whether she's a resident of New Jersey or another state or an illegal immigrant. The taxpayers of New Jersey will be forced to pay for it, even if they're pro-lifers. This is the radical agenda of the Democrats. And we know Joe Biden supports this because he was asked specifically, in the past you supported the Hyde Amendment that didn't allow abortions to be paid for by taxpayers. Do you still believe that? And Joe Biden, being the empty suit, corrupt politician of 50 years who's very rich from being a politician, and that's another video I'm going to make, said, well, I made a mistake. Now it's popular for taxpayers to pay for abortion in the Democrat Party, so I'm for it. So Joe Biden on stage said he's for taxpayers paying for abortions. Okay, so we know he supports that end of it. Well, what about through the 9th month? Well, the Democrat platform, he said he fully supports 100%, supports abortion through the 9th month. There's no difference in these Democrats. They're all the same. Joe comes off as a moderate, nice guy, but he is just as radical and as evil as Nancy Pelosi. There's no difference between the two. There's no difference between him and AOC, Illa Home Harm. They have an agenda, and abortion is at the heart of it. And Planned Parenthood said they are confident. They've gotten a promise because they support it. You know, it's that corrupt Washington pool where all the Democrats give grants and money to Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood invests it in their abortion machine, makes millions, and then takes those millions and supports Democrats to get back in office. And this is the corrupt cycle. The only thing that was breaking that cycle up was Trump, who's actually hurt financially. He's the only president ever not to take a salary. He gave his salary to charity. And a lot of those charities were pro-life charities, by the way. But that's a whole nother video. So all these politicians getting rich off of the blood of the unborn children think they're going to take over. And Planned Parenthood is confident that they got a promise from Joe Biden on day one. He will make an executive order to get rid of all abortion restrictions at a federal level. So there you have it. Let's pray for a miracle. It's looking like a long shot that Trump could pull this out. I mean, if we have brave judges that look at the evidence, and there's massive evidence, you know, if you're looking at ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, you're not seeing the evidence. They're hiding it. But if you go deep into the news, the evidence is there. I've seen it myself. The evidence is overwhelming that this election was rigged, and Trump probably got 60% of the popular vote, on my estimation. So let's pray that these judges are brave, they hear the evidence, and they make their decision based on the evidence and not based on popularity, fear, or the deep state threaten them with blackmail, because that's what we know is going on. So God bless and stay Catholic.